We got started on the notion of providing outcomes information for families based on the lack of true objective data that we could share with them. And the frustration was in the early days of heart surgery here that we would sit with a family, or a referring doctor would call and say, well, how are you doing with, thus and so, tetralogy below or the arterial switch? And we would say, well, we think we're doing okay. And we really couldn't provide objective information. So we were left to kind of distill what was in the literature. That was the inception of the outcomes effort in heart surgery. And that culminated in, on the shoulders of us having a database, the first outcomes brochure, which was really for surgery, but that's expanded now, appropriately so, to encompass the whole of the heart center and the interrelationship of all of our disciplines to the outcomes for the patients.
I really think it's essential that any quality heart center nowadays will constantly look at its results, improve, tweak the processes, get better and better, because I think that's what any parent would want.
We as individuals come to work and we do our jobs, but for us it may be jobs. For a parent, it's life. It's the life of their child. So when they bring their child to our hands, they don't look at individuals who are doing jobs. They look at someone or a center that they are delivering their trust to. So how can they deliver their trust without knowing what is the potential outcome? And they may not know the right questions to ask. We are supposed to ask the right questions to ourselves so that we can give them answers they can live with and trust us with their children.
I think that's absolutely right. A lot of the patients that come to us don't just have a heart operation, but they'll go through the whole process. They'll have cardiac echo, they may have cardiac catheterization, surgery, and then require intensive care. And I think the parent getting a whole package of what we do, how interested we are in how we're performing, and year after year sort of reviewing our outcomes, I think it's, for families, for stakeholders, for the nation, it's a very, very important, it's a very important process. I think one of the strengths within the Heart Centre is the amount of prospective and collaborative research we're now doing between departments, and I really think that without looking and knowing how you're doing today, there's almost no way we can effectively change how we do next week or next month or next year.
I look at my life in an intensive care unit as working with a team, and so to be able to watch the team interact and be able to look at each other and say, well, this piece we all do very, very well, but you know what, this piece we actually need to improve on.
Also, the team approach and this desire to know outcomes has resulted in the creation of multiple databases. So we collect data on the outcomes for every type of case we do, starting with surgery. That was the database that started first, but also certainly cardiac catheterization procedures, every intensive care unit patient, every patient who receives an anesthetic has extensive data collection that goes into both our internal systems here at Texas Children's, but also is reported to national databases so that we can in turn compare our own performance against all the other leading heart centers in the United States, and it's very important to have that objective data. And the Texas Children's Heart Center has been at the forefront in the leadership of creating and changing and advancing these databases.
Benefits of this broad group now that we have working together in the Heart Center is that what we're analyzing as an outcome is forever getting refined. So it sadly used to just be mortality, but now we really can start to look at the things that are truly of value to the patient, to their families. How long do they stay in the hospital? What's their pain expectation? Length of time on the ventilator, cost. We can really drill down, and the questions never stop. We keep refining our goal to really mirror what families want.